Hello and welcome to Oboe Windfree. My guest today is Daniel Bates. Dan is the principal oboe of the Orchestra of the Age of Enlightenment, the City of London Sinfonia, and of course the Irish Chamber Orchestra. He's taken time out of his hectic schedule to have a quick chat with me about what's been happening during the last week at ICO headquarters in Limerick. Hello, Dan.
Hello, Matthew. How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you very much. The first thing I wanted to ask you was about the recording that the orchestra have been doing with Irish National Opera of Alice's Adventures Underground, written by Gerald Barry. Now, can you tell me a little bit about the music and the opera? And of course, is there anything personally that you enjoyed about it?
I love Gerald Barry's music. I think he's a genius, actually. What I love about it is that it's incredibly complicated, incredibly dense, incredibly academic, yet it has a lightness and a really amazingly developed sense of humour. One of my favourite bits in the opera is there's all kinds of noise going on around the orchestra, and suddenly you sort of hear a tune that you vaguely recognise, and then you hear it again and again, and you realise that the singers are singing the tune to It's a Long Way to Tipperary over the chaos in the orchestra. It's absolutely brilliant. And I mean, what's so special about Barry as a composer is that his voice is uniquely his, like it couldn't be written by anyone else, and I love that.
Mm-hmm. Now, as far as I know, the singers have all gone off to Wexford to record the stage video, and I think the whole thing is scheduled currently for release later on in the year. The opera had a full wind section, and I know you took the opportunity to record and video actually some wind quintets for the ICO's Thursday music to be broadcast in the next few months. You recorded so much music, as far as I'm aware. Did you have a favourite piece?
Yes. My favourite piece that we recorded is the Dance Suite by Norman Hallam. I think he was a horn player, and it's brilliantly written for all of the instruments. It's really light, fun. There's a bit in the waltz movement, the quick step, where a bar repeats again and again and again, and sort of it's imitating the effect of a record player sticking, going back to its place again, back to its place again, back to its place again, before it then becomes unstuck and carries on. It's a really lovely piece, actually.
Fantastic. Now, this week really is Dan Bates Week on the ICO social media channels. As you may have seen on Monday, Dan's Inside Track film was about a Telemann fantasy that he recorded for us, and his performance is being broadcast tomorrow. Why did you pick this piece, Dan?
I think because it's short and digestible, but it's also packed full of detail and packed full of really deeply felt emotion, I feel. It's in quite a serious key. The key is E minor, and it's really quite dramatic. 3 short sections, and I think they all have a very kind of specific personality, all of their own. It's really interesting, I think.
So as we look forwards to the future for the ICO, as we hopefully emerge from lockdowns and restrictions and life hopefully gets back to normal, can you share any news about what's coming up next for the ICO, but for particular people who want to see more wind repertoire performed, or actually music that just has oboes in it?
Well, for wind, the next wind project, as far as I'm aware, is for the Kilkenny Festival, which is going to be broadcast online. That's Mozart Requiem, which is an amazing piece, but sadly, as you will know, Mr. Draper, it doesn't have any oboes. Tragedy. So the next patch for us that I'm really looking forward to is September, when we're going to be playing the great Mozart C minor serenade with Jörg Widmann playing and directing from the clarinet. We have played the piece once before together in Würzburg in Germany, and it was an amazing experience. So it's going to be really lovely to revisit it with a full wind section. It'd be great. I'm really looking forward to it.
Dan, thank you so much. If you haven't seen it already, check out Dan's Inside Track and watch out for his wonderful performance of Telemann's Fantasy for Flute in E minor tomorrow. Take care, and I will see you next week.